Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about our Bargello projects that we do, and I'm going to give you a little walkthrough, one step at a time, in little short video formation that's going to let you know the pattern that I'm using is the Ron Carlton pattern. As you can see by the one behind me, we did this one in September and it shows a nice wave action. I did mine in rainbow fashion and the next one's going to be a little bit different. So thank you for joining me for this quick little tutorials that you'll see rolling out that's going to walk you through each and every step. But this one's the breakdown of things that you're going to need in order to join us for this collab and sew along. So now we're going to have a look-see at everything that we need to make this project come together. So here's your little box of tools that you're going to need. You're going to look in the description box and you're going to find the pattern. It's the Ron Carlton pattern and it's the Bargello quilt top. I like to use his pattern. It's a really good breakdown and it's going to walk us through every step. His pattern calls for 2 jelly rolls. I'm doubling mine in that size, so I'm going to be using 4. This walkthrough is going to take from beginning to end on the dates that I've assigned approximately 8 to 9 weeks for us to do this quilt, and that's allowing you guys time to follow these little short videos, join me on my Saturday evening sew-alongs, and we're going to do this project together one stitch at a time. But it's really important you grab the pattern because it's got a lot of good information in there. You're going to need to grab your fabric. This is the fabric that I've chose, and I've got 4 of these, and you're going to need 42 strips of each that you're going to be using. I've got my jelly rolls, and now you're going to need your seam ripper because God knows as hard as you try to sew, you're going to need your seam ripper. You're going to need your rotary cutter. You're going to need your acorn pin, and you're going to need some extra juice. Every time I've done these, I like to make these seams lay really flat, and it comes in really handy, and you're going to be thankful that you listened to me. You're going to need a little pack of Post-it notes or some form of fashion that you want to be able to use for your marking of your numbers for when we're cutting, that you're going to lay these out with a little tag, whether you use clips or whether you pin these little number markings that we're going to be doing. You're going to do like a 3-inch cut, a 2 1/8, whatever the cut may be. You have to mark that strip, but don't get ahead of yourself. I just want you to have all of your information that you're going to need. You're going to need a pin that's going to stick out, that as we're sewing these jelly rolls together, this will come down and be on one jelly roll. That's going to tell you when we're flipping and sewing, you don't want to get that big wave and the big line that's going to make it come askew. You want to kind of keep it really flat as you can as we're sewing these Bargellos together. So you're going to need a pin that you're going to recognize that that's the end where you start. So as soon as you're done your line, you'll be pulling that pin and moving it immediately to the top. And we're going to be shifting. So you just need one that you're going to know that's where you start each and every time that we're adding a strip. You'll thank me later, but that's a good tip. So you've got your jelly rolls picked out, you've got your pattern, you've got all of your stuff, but you're going to need, and it's not a have to have, but you're going to need one of these clappers or something flat that as you're ironing these seams, when we're doing this project, this is going to help them lay ever so flat. And I use my clapper quite a bit anytime I'm doing a jelly roll because as you're ironing it out, it means a lot. You're going to need the smallest iron possible. So I like my little tiny iron, and it helps me to be able to come up and down through my seams so much easier because it's got this wee little valley in it. And a heavier iron and a bigger iron works for when we're turning it over and getting it flat, but you need something small. You can get by with the big one, so don't go out and buy anything special, but that's just one of my preferences with mine. So the next time you see me, we're going to be popping this jelly roll open and we're going to get to sewing. So see you back in the next video. and I'll show you how we're going to get her done. Thanks. Bye-bye.